From online abuse to threats of sexual violence, harassment of New Zealand's parliamentarians is on the rise and becoming increasingly disturbing. Research out of the University of Otago showed that of the 54 MPs that participated, 98% say they experienced harassment, ranging from disturbing communication to actual physical violence. All forms of harassment have increased significantly compared to 2014. And I wanted, you'll be listening and you'll go, it's part of their job. They've got to hack it. They've got to have tough skins. I thought, well, one woman that has, definitely had to toughen the skin, I'm sure, is Judith Collins. She's had nearly 23 years in politics. She's colourful. She's controversial. She's got that killer eyebrow rise, and she's with me now. Hello, Judith.
Oh, hello, Leah.
Thank you. I know at the end of the day, you're probably, where are you? You finished work? No, you wouldn't finish yet.
No, I'm off for a function at the Governor-General's.
Never ends. Never ends. Judith, you might have seen this survey that came out about harassment on parliamentarians. Are you surprised by it? Everything is up from physical violence, sexual violence, threats made towards families of MPs and staff, and death threats. Has it, in your experience in 23 years, how has it changed for you? How do you see it?
Well, I think it's the movement and role of social media that we have now keyboard warriors who anonymously post very nasty things, but also there are some who occasionally will get a phone number for an MP and then ring all through the night, that sort of behaviour. And certainly it's just an increase in the general lack of courtesy, lack of respect, but generally really awful behaviour.
Judith, I did say, and I preempted this, but, you would have had to, they say, grow a tough skin or, toughen up. Is that something you've had to do?
Well, yes, and what I've done is do what I can do, which is on social media, I mute or block people who do that sort of thing. I report them to the either Meta or to X or whoever it is appropriate. If they make threats to me or ring through the night type behaviour, I report them to police. I just don't put up with that sort of behaviour, and I think that's the best thing to do. Don't encourage it. Don't try and engage with them. Just report them. Get them out of your lives as much as possible.
I think we don't realise too, Judith, in New Zealand we are very different from other countries around the world where we can get very close to our politicians. I mean, you can't get within a whisker's breadth of anyone in America because they've always got Secret Service around them. But here in New Zealand we can, which is a great thing. We don't want to stop that. We want to be able to talk to our politicians. But, if things escalate and keep going, we won't be able to walk up and talk to you or pop into your office.
Well, that's right. And, of course, we've had issues, certainly I've had where there have been clearly threats and risks involved, and people have had to be involved to assist. But, even at an Anzac Day service a couple of years ago, it was after the COVID lockdowns, this woman walked up to me at the cenotaph and just made some statements about had I got my arrest warrant yet, because that was coming for those of us who had our vaccinations. And the look in her eye, I thought, she could easily have had a knife or something. I just moved right past her and kept going. But there's no way to engage with people like that. You just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Judith, can we move on then? Something that excites me, and I know it excites you, and you're very busy holding 7, I think it's portfolios, 7 of them. And the first Minister of Space, which, I don't know if many people know this, they probably do, but our space industry, our local sector, it's worth, nearly $2 billion?
Well, that's right. And honestly, it's the most exciting area because it is worth at least that. I mean, it was last estimated in about 2019 at $1.7 billion, and I'd say it's worth an awful lot more than that now. So we are looking at that and see whether or not we can get a good estimate. But also, last year New Zealand was the fourth most prolific launcher of rockets after US, China and Russia. So, and then us. It's a long way between 3 and 4, but we were there. And we've also got a whole industry based around primarily, the work that Rocket Lab, Dawn Aerospace, Xeno Astronautics. I'm trying to remember a few names about, just so for everyone I'm missing out. But there's so many good New Zealand companies with very high tech and scientific expertise that are contributing to the space sector.